Pulling up a short video of the new grapple saw. We started using about mid-August. So this is the grapple itself. It's attached to an arm with the hydraulics, and then the arm attaches to a knuckle boom crane, and then down to the truck. The truck's equipped with 5 outriggers. 2 in the back go a little bit farther out than the 2 in the front. And then there is also an outrigger on the front bumper of the truck. Truck also comes equipped with a cab guard to protect the cab from any small falling debris that may come down. This area here in the center is where the grapple is stored when we're driving and in transit. Then we also have a toolbox with all of our weight charts on it and hand signals, and we're able to store slings and chokers in there for when we're not using the grapple and we need to pull bigger material out. As far as the grapple itself is concerned, here we have a oil tank, and that is for bar oil for the saw chain. So the way this works is when this grapple closes, it will build up pressure. When that pressure reaches 3,000 pounds, then we know we have a good firm grip on the log, and from there the bar and chain come out and make the cut. All of that happens with one control lever. So you're pushing on the control lever. Once it builds up pressure, then the saw continues to come out and make the cut. Without that pressure on the limb, the saw won't come out, or it will start to retract. These are the hoses on the one side, and they go up into the arm and out the other side, and again connect to the boom. The crane itself gives us 68 foot of reach straight up, and then the grapple is able to take a 12-foot long limb from there. So if we are close to an 80-foot tree, we can do the entire 80-foot tree with the grapple saw. As far as the cut size, the bar is 16 inches in diameter, or it'll cut a 16-inch diameter log. But if the log is straight, we're able to cut on both sides and take a 20, 22, sometimes even a 24-inch size log off the tree by making a couple cuts moving around it. The other thing we'll use the grapple for is if brush is already on the ground, we may use that to pick up and stick it into the chipper, or pick up logs and load them into the trailer. So while we do use it for a lot of the tree removal, we do use it for some of the heavy lifting on the ground as well, just to move material around the job site. Allows us to maybe park on pavement and reach out into the lawn, or a wooded area, and pull debris and trees out without having to get a loader, or especially without having to get a person in there to manually drag out the debris. Currently, today is December 1st. We have just over 230 hours on the crane itself. So that's 230 hours of use that we don't have a climber in a tree making cuts. We don't have a groundman on the ground cutting things up, a groundman dragging things into the chipper, having to pick up logs to put into the chipper, having to pick up logs and put them into the trailer to load out, as well as with a crane, a typical crane, we're choking the limbs. We have a climber in a tree, he's using a chainsaw. We're making cuts, we're bringing it down to the ground, and there's typically a groundman underneath that piece, or at least somewhere near it, to help guide it to the ground. and then he has to climb in and unchoke it and do a lot of things around a piece that's fairly large and kind of sometimes unstable on the ground. With the grapple saw, we cut it, we bring it down to the ground, we set it. Today we'll be setting it in a trailer. We don't want to use our chipper. Our property here is pretty nice, and the chipper tends to leave a lot of debris on the gravel. So today we're just going to be setting stuff right in the back of the trailer. But we don't have that groundman underneath the piece working as well. So just removed a lot of people in dangerous spots to do the work. Today our tree is very simple. We just have this leaning tree coming out over the driveway. Typically in the past, what we do on this, because of the lean on it and the angle, it'd be very hard to get a climber in there. The client does not want the tree dropped completely onto the ground because we have a small tree underneath. So typically what we'd have to do is come in with our lift and have a guy go up in the lift with a chainsaw, make cuts on the limb, hold on to the limb and throw it. So he's at a height, he's using a chainsaw, and then he's having to take 50 to 100 pound branches, twist, turn, and toss them away from the gravel so they can land in the mulch area and not on top of the gravel. So with the grapple saw, we won't be doing any of that today. We'll pick it all down with the grapple saw, set it in the trailer. There may be a few small cuts that the groundman has to make, just so everything's kind of organized in the trailer, but nothing major that they'll have to do for this one. So it should be. I realize it's a smaller tree. We could be certainly doing something larger, but I thought a smaller tree where you can see the whole video and how things work would be a good way to go.